Ready? In 3, 2, 1. That was deep. I got real deep. And this is deep. This is deep in the catalog. You had to basically have this CD to know what the fuck this song is.
I have to have the catalog.
Junietta probably knows what song this is. And shout out Junietta. We're all the way back. You know why people might know, like I do, what this song is? Because I had the album. It's the next song after Back Then.
They Still Want Me.
With Big Mel, featuring Big Mel.
What a banger. Dude, you know what song I thought you were going to start out with? The Jello. Tweaker. Tweaking or whatever it is. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa.
You see that news guy?
Yeah.
And you might coming up the road and swerve, bend the corner. Whoa.
It was snowing. I might swerve in that corner. Dude, everybody was clowning it for like the first 2 hours, and then everybody thought it was hot.
I don't think it's bad, but
Dude, I haven't even played it.
Neither have I.
How crazy is that?
I know, it's not good. I know it's not good.
I might swerve in that corner.
That's just it. That's all I need. Because it's all it's ever going to be. It don't matter if you listen to it and you're like, this is good. Like, they're only just going to play that part forever.
I might swerve in that corner. Did you see there was like a social media personality who was at a Hornets game, or Bobcats or whatever the fuck they are now. What are they? Are they the Hornets again? LaMelo Ball's team?
Hornets.
Yeah, they used to be the Charlotte Bobcats, right?
No, I think that's women.
Nah.
It could be the Bobcats.
I don't know. Or am I thinking hockey, maybe?
No, the Bobcat's just not a strong enough animal to be a mascot, I think, so I think it's women.
Where's I going with this anyways? Oh, but anyway, there was a social media influencer who was like walking past the bench, and LaMelo Ball was sitting there, and he goes, I might swerve and I go to...
Did you see the guy that I sent you that, I'm going to fucking shout this dude out.
The Pittsburgh guy?
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't click on it. I thought it was the Colt. I thought you were sending me the Colts anthem guy, and I was like, he's not going to do me like that.
No, yeah. I don't know if I can play off Instagram.
You just tap it, it's probably muted.
I can be
You tapped it again, muted it, I think.
things a wood boy.
No, it just like slowly.
Well, you have to stop the song
Okay.
and then go to
Because of course it's just still going to play.
and now tap it. Nothing?
No, they're saying no way, Jose.
I might swerve and I go.
Sax Billy, S-A-X, Sax Billy, pause.
Is he pause?
I don't know the pause game like that.
You're
Is
off.
that- I said sax, ball sax.
Play. Resume.
No whistle.
Where do you mother?
No whistle. Keep talking.
Where do you mother resume? So wait, is he good? Has he got that fire? I thought you was just about to talk him up.
I
since we
wanted to
didn't get
play it. It was
him.
so funny.
You
he's
just texted it to me recently, yeah?
I think I can get it on YouTube.
No, you think?
I just hate the dead air.
No, there
Get-
ain't no
get-
dead air in there.
Welcome back, y'all. Appreciate y'all. The views is getting crazy. Love y'all.
Black and gold, been a pirate's friend my whole
This guy?
Yeah.
When I ask him when they'll be good, he says they'll take another 3 to 5. Oh yeah, says take another 3 to 5. Oh yeah, says take another 3 to 5.
I'm sorry.
You better buckle up, buttercup, and grab a beer. It's gonna take.
You know the Pirates have like the 4th most expensive beer prices in all the MLB.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy for a poverty franchise like that to be charging the 4th most for their alcohol?
Night I'm sitting on the wood.
He also did
I'm
this.
usually in the pigeon.
Buttons are broke already.
No, literally buffering.
When? When is it ever buffered?
But in Indiana, pigeon seats. But in Indiana, PA, I can be Spike fucking Lee. Doing things a wood boy should, like heckling opposing team.
I want to be
Ask
Wood
Tim
Buzz.
Cook looking ass coach. What's Apple launching?
He's probably from
in
Woodbury.
Q3? Oh, Wood boy, Wood.
What?
That's probably what a wood boy is Woodbury.
No, he was talking about sitting courtside.
Oh.
Yeah, courtside tickets at the Indiana PA. Fucking St. Francis or whatever the
IUP.
fuck. IUP. He got Floyd. He bought Floyd. They're probably $200.
Not even.
Yeah,
Probably $65.
but he was saying he's a wood boy, doing everything a wood boy should. I want to be a wood boy.
I mean, we're sitting on wood floors in wood chairs at a wood table.
No, but you got to see some basketball game sitting from the floor level.
If I get to a basketball game, I'm gonna be on the wood playing. My D's clams. Pause.
The head of your knee is so hard it clamps. What is the pause?
Don't worry about it. Just know I used it correctly. Everybody out there who knows. Can I get a pause? Everybody say pause in the comments. Went to the Pens game last night. It was Star Wars night. I took Shane, one of our buddies since elementary school. I took him for our birthday. We have the same birthday. Good night. It's crazy. Like, you never would think you're going to go to a hockey game and see 8 goals scored. And it was fucking 4-1. It was 3-1 after the first, 4-1 after the second, and the game ended 5-3. So we saw Sid the Kid scored a goal. Almost saw a guy get into a fight. Couple Chewbacca's, one Luke Skywalker's.
I just burped too.
Crazy.
Damn
Into
it.
the mic?
No, no fucking
Well,
way.
who do that? Why would I do this? Saw a couple Chewbacca's, couple Luke Skies. Penn State lost, but overall good night. Went to the Jason Aldean restaurant that they replaced the Jerome Bettis restaurant with,
Disrespectful.
that you're a fan of. I got this dish. It was spicy chicken and waffles. Now you would think that's probably pretty good, huh? Instead of putting gravy on it, like normal chicken and waffles, they put spicy maple syrup on it. And it just tasted like you were eating a dessert with chicken on it.
Spicy too?
Yeah, it was spicy. Well, yeah, it was spicy, but like southern spicy. There was probably just like chili flakes in it or some shit. But it was supposed to be like spicy chicken and waffles, but I thought it was gravy and syrup. It was ass. Shane got a brisket burger.
From the Jason Aldean in the Jason Aldean restaurant in Pittsburgh, PA.
Pittsburgh. There's only 2 locations, one in Nashville, one in Pittsburgh. There's only 2 locations that exist.
The guy that sings about Texas and farmlands.
Big green tractor.
So you want to ride?
There's a big green tractor behind one of the bars.
When I was in Nashville and I was in his place,
The only other location that exists.
that it's like it's cool that whole thing is in here. The first thing I thought about is like they had to break this whole fucking thing down, like, and then move it piece by piece into this fucking room so you could put it on fucking display.
Yep. Not only that, The food, stupid expensive.
And now you're
Beer,
saying the
stupid
food's ass and expensive.
Well, Shane said he liked his brisket sandwich and his fries.
And you got rid of Jerome's.
And Shane's mom and dad got the same thing. They got brisket mac and cheese. It was called Jason's mac and cheese. Had like brisket and macaroni and cheese with the spiral noodles, so the fake mac and cheese.
I hate that mac and cheese.
And then they drizzled barbecue sauce on it, so it's just. But
so gross.
so I hit Shane with the his fries looked good, so I like tapped him on the shoulder and I was like, "Is that Jason Aldean over there?" And then I like reached down and grabbed a fry, and he looked back, like caught me eating a fry. So then he had to get his lick back. A whole second later, taps me on the. For anybody who may not have listened on any other episodes, Shane and I share the same birthday, and we've been best friends forever. He's the reason we do the Autism Strikes Back event. So he had to get his lick back within a second. Taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, I think he just pointed. He's like, "There's the bathroom," and I just looked, and he grabbed a whole piece of chicken off the waffle. I got a fry. He grabbed a whole piece of chicken off the waffle, snacked it. And I was like, "Are we even?" He's like, "Yeah, we're even." So then, dude, he's so great. So then I kept hitting him. Like every time I try and knuckle touch him, I'd go. He'd reach out to knuckle me, and I'd go underneath, and I'd go snail, and I'd just hit him. After the first 2 times I hit him with it, he wasn't having it, right? So then I'd go in, and he'd try and snail me, but he'd just bang clamp my shit, and he'd just be like, "Gotcha." And then he'd be like, "All right, you're up 2-1." And then the next thing you know, it was like 14-2. He was whooping my ass every time. He'd like make me knuckle. He'd like, every time anything happened, and then I'd reach my knuckles out. Bang! He's just fucking snail.
You're like he just didn't fucking punch you.
I thought he was going
Being
to
a dickhead.
Oh, no. Shane loves me. And I love Shane. And,
But you're a dick.
never. You're a dick. You're a dick. Yeah, went to the game, great game. Drove home, watched the Penn State game. Not a great game. Shane was not happy. He was maybe letting a couple cuss words fly at the end of it. He wasn't happy. But I understand. I wasn't happy either. Had a chance to win it. 33 seconds left, tie ball game. You have a chance just to go in overtime. You're literally whooping them in the last fourth quarter. You've been all over them the last 20 minutes of the game. And we're throwing the ball in the other team. Like if we turn the ball over, it's a for sure field goal. And we're throwing the ball 33 seconds left. Take the fucking sack. What are we doing? Anyway, we are.
I forgot they were playing.
They played yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I didn't watch it at all.
Not even any. Nothing.
Nothing.
What'd you do?
I was just chilling here playing Borderlands.
Did you hit the slots?
I did a couple times.
Any big wins?
Not for the mega prize, but a couple good prizes. I did get a good fucking piece. Extended clip on it. 100 rounder.
You got to stop grinding it on there and start grinding it on there.
I do. I should. Because it's fun seeing it all again. It's like all new. So, speaking of me might being a dick,
Ain't no way about it.
I wouldn't say I was being a dick. I say I get my get backs, right? Here's the thing. A couple weeks ago, my cousin Jay,
Little J. Jokerson.
Yellow Pages, Big History,
Osama bin Keef.
Schoolboy Jay,
O.J. Pimpson.
Bug.
Dong.
He threw a wild fucking swing at the top of the mountain at us when he ate all the chocolates that I was saving for you.
Yeah.
That I was gifted
Yeah.
by somebody super nice.
Yeah.
Saving them for you because
Yeah.
they were so delicious.
Yeah, you gotta try them.
And he doesn't like chocolate.
Yeah. And you don't like chocolate really, and for you to like
And I'm
them
trying
is-
to diet, so I don't need them. Like, you can just take them home, give them to your kid, whatever. He, for people that don't know, he let that. We were having a great night. Saturday night, he comes over, having a great night. I go to bed, wake up, right in the morning, I started showing him these funny videos that he's never seen before. We're crying, laughing till 3. Then we go to the bar. The Ravens cover 16.5. Crazy. We have a great day. Come home. We're still watching videos. Order a pizza. Eating some slices. I was going to say zaw and slices together there.
Little zaw slices.
And I was like, you know what would be great right now? Just a little piece. Just even like a half piece. You know, we just take a bite
Just
of
wet the
something.
whistle.
Yeah.
Just lather the tongue, coat the tongue.
This box has been sitting here the whole time. It's been sitting here for days, the same way. I go reach for it, doesn't say nothing. I open it up and see that it's completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so shocked. Like, it ruined my whole mood, like everything. I was like, are you serious? And immediately from there, it's like, take the high road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, you ate them
Where's
all?
the Benjamin?
You ate them all? And he's like, he just started laughing. So, a couple weeks later, we're at the bar. Your pops is there, Big Ram. And they bring up the chocolates thing because Jay listened to it. And I was like, yeah, the worst part about it is that I was saving them for Brandon. He's like, oh, then I feel less bad. And I was like, all right, you're taking a wild swing at the fucking top. Some bald-headed motherfucker popped a crazy shot at the fucking sergeant of arms and the cock captain. The captain of cock.
Facts. Dirt Sunday.
You're swinging at the top, bro. And what am I going to do? I just rolled a little grenade down the mountain. And so my mom got us got you and Jeremy gift cards for Sheets. Well, Saturday night he texted me. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, can't really hang out tonight. Me and B are running 10 miles tomorrow. And he's like, no problem. What's your day off? And I said, Tuesday. He's like, all right, I'll come over Monday if you want. And I was like, yeah, sure. I love hanging out with you. So, you know, when we're going to drink a lot, we're going to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning. And so I was like, I like to have enough beer, got my smokes, got everything we can need, right? So it just doesn't ruin none of the mood. And I was like, well, I don't really want to, I just can't, I don't want to pay for 2 15-packs. So I was like, well, I think Jay could. So I just charged it to the game. But what I did was I didn't break off the top part of the gift card or take the receipt off.
No, you ain't
slide
doing it never like that.
I slid it like that. So then I waited till we were like engaged in a good conversation. I was like, you know what? Before I fucking forget, and I put it back over in the bowl. I said, my mom got you a $25 gift card.
No, you ain't have to say the amount.
Well, no, I didn't say the amount. I said, my mom got you a gift card. And then he went,
Sorry for being loud, dog.
no, it wasn't. He's like, oh, $24, sweet. There's actually about 1137 on it.
Did I don't think I told you. Fucking Saint Dog. Same fucking thing happened to me. For the Autism Strikes Back thing, I won a basket, and in the basket was a $50 Boyer gift card for Boyer candy.
Yeah.
So we went over. I took my daughter over the one day, and I was like, "You can get whatever." I thought their shop had like a lot more candies. Here, it just literally has like Mallow cups, peanut butter Mallow cups, and like dark chocolate Mallow cups. The only 3 options. So I'm like, "Fuck, we got $50 to spend." So I'm like barely getting to the 20s, and I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "This thing's like." They had a big ass Mallow cup, and inside it was a bunch of 2-packs of Mallow cups, and it was like $20. And I was like, all right, we'll get this for Big Rand for Christmas or whatever because he likes Mallow cups. I end up getting the total to like $49 and some change. Take everything up to the counter and the lady rings it up. $49 and some change. I go to swipe the $50 gift card that I won from the Autism Strikes Back benefit. Never have been to Boyer Candy any other day before in my life, except when I'm here with this $50 gift card. Swipe the thing. The lady's like, you still owe $24 and some change. It was a $25 gift card, not a $50 gift card. But they literally wrote 50 on it and everything, because I still had the original, like, cardboard thing it came with. They wrote 50 on it and everything. It was a $25 gift card. So I just paid for the other $24 worth of shit, even though I never even needed to buy it in the first place. I have so many Mallow cups in my house. I don't even eat them. I hate them. They're gross. I hate them. Just marshmallow and chocolate.
Give them the beans.
Yeah, chocolate. Like, I'll pack them in the kids' lunch as, like, a treat. Like, she'll get, like, fucking some sort of... She likes these peppers, these different colored peppers, and she just fucking eats them. So I pack her peppers.
Like a bell pepper, or?
It's like these sweet peppers. They're like red and yellow and orange.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And they're like these little tiny mini things. And she'll eat them. She'll like sometimes like at the house have Janae cut them in half and put cream cheese and everything, bagel seasoning on them, and eat them like that, like a healthy snack.
That's cool.
So she eats those. She's been really big on the Smuckers came out with peanut butter and honey Uncrustables on wheat bread. So
damn.
Yeah, she's been loving them. We've been buying. I've been smashing them too. And but they came out with raspberry filled ones, raspberry jelly Uncrustables. My fiance likes them. She got a box of them, and then she'll get some peppers, and then I'll always pack like some sort of chocolate in there. So she's been crushing Mallow cups at school for a while now.
I started buying Smuckers, like, I've always liked them, but I don't buy them. Because if I buy them, like Hot Pockets, I'll just eat 8. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something that doesn't fill you up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, if we get... So the Uncrustables come in, like, a pack of 5. I eat 2 at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, I eat once, and then there's 3 left for Charlie to take to school.
I think I've been drunk before and probably ate 10.
Yeah. Oh, dude, love Uncrustables.
Easy.
Yeah. Do they have a machine out there where you can just peanut butter and jelly your own bread and then make... I guess you could just cut the crust off and make it an Uncrustable. But, like, to press it and get it to, like... You know what I mean? To seal... They gotta have your own Uncrustable maker. Jamie, pull that up. Check it out. Uncrustable maker. Yep, they got them in different shapes and everything. You can make square ones, circle ones. $8 on Amazon.
Damn.
Got to invest in that.
You'll get something better.
I think
than the
a box
$8
of them
one.
is the most expensive one was $12.99.
Yeah, there you go. At least get... Because I know you.
Well, the thing is, sometimes you get duped into thinking an expensive thing. Well, you don't get duped. You only buy name brand stuff. But like sometimes people charge more for the same shit that you can find it on a different website. For the same price.
I get that, but there's the amount of Temu shit that I see going to people's houses.
I don't even have it on the phone.
Is crazy.
I used to buy baseball sleeves from Wish. You remember them?
You've bought a pair of shoes from there.
Didn't last long.
I don't think they lasted 3 weeks.
They hurt my feet.
They started ripping.
Yeah, they hurt my feet too. What else? All kinds of shit. I bought like all kinds of electronics and stuff from there.
That you can get away with, I think.
I think I bought a video camera from
You
there.
can buy a charger off there, but like, dude, there's... I'd never say where, and I really don't remember because it's a lot of places. I feel you guys getting shoes. It's fake.
Oh, word. Yeah, if you get your shoes delivered and they're not in a box.
If
they're
you
just
bought
in the
them for
bag,
$5, it's fake.
Yeah.
You didn't win nothing. You didn't win the prize.
There wasn't a 95% coupon.
There wasn't 100 people bidding on it.
Yeah, if they say Puma and it's Pooma,
They shit.
they're shit. They're shit shoes. So do you think Jeremy's going to text you when he goes to use it? Or?
Well, I'm hoping he doesn't listen to this before he uses it. I want him just to go buy an iced tea and then look at the receipt and it says $8 left on it. And then just wonder what.
But he's also
happened.
like he's the type of person where he don't want it to get. He won't let you get to him, and he'll just be like, "Well, I don't care. I bought me my own beer."
But no matter what it is, I pulled the pin of a grenade and just rolled it down the hill.
Good on you, kid.
I get my get back.
Good on
Because
you.
it's, if you're watching this, we love y'all.
Facts.
If you're listening, we love y'all.
We
We're-
would say we love you in Russia, but we
we're-
don't know how.
We're just a ride or die type people. So if you're fucking with us, like, we're fucking with y'all. We're a team. And if somebody's got beef with you, then they got beef with all of us.
If they got beef, put the biscuit on the patty, as Lil Wayne once said.
And some bald-headed fuck took a swing at the top.
The top. Captain Cock.
And I swung back.
Hit him where it hurts. Here's a
It'd
Christmas
be-
gift.
I hope he goes up there with $25 worth of shit.
Mine worked. Mine was 25 flat. Not a penny less. And them running shoes I got, they were sick. Used them one time so far.
Let me get a pause.
Feet didn't hurt at all. Audio then vid. COVID.
And we're back.
Nailed it. Are we recording?
Yep.
Is it always the white button like that?
Yeah, because it says stop.
Pause. Same thing.
There's no... Okay, that was an actual pause.
Yeah. It could be the same thing.
See,
Stop and pause.
now I don't even
I've
know.
ruined the pause word. for you. I can't say let me get
I
a
think I
pause.
thought something gay.
If I say let me get a pause, you're gonna say like suck a dick. Yeah, I used the shoes for the first time, only time last
Get into
Sunday.
the 10 miler.
Last
Benchmark.
Sunday.
Benchmark test number 1.
Uno. Are you got to be surprised with how I performed?
I have notes.
Yeah.
So before you get into it, I just want to say, like, it really hit me when I was editing the video. Like, because I fully believe you can do it. I don't want you to give up on yourself. This is going to be huge for not only just you, like a lot of people. And I seen that when I was editing it. I was like, man, you're running for like all the people that don't think they can run. And I know it's like not a huge cause or whatever, but like there's a lot of people that have found out we're doing this and they come up to me and they're like, I can't believe you guys are doing this. And we talk about it for a little bit. And we eventually get to the point where they say, I could never do this. I could never run a mile. And it's like, yes, you can. You just haven't tried it. You haven't done it in years. And I know athletes are telling me this. And I'm like, it's just gear is a lot of it. It's a lot of practice.
Pace is a big one because I used to run at a way higher pace. So I was like, a lot of my thought was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to maintain the same pace I used to run at for 10 miles. Because I used to run on 7 speed, which was like a 8 minute,
That's very fast.
8 minute, 20-second mile or something like that. But I would only run for 1 mile.
Yeah.
So I'm like just trying to embrace the suck and see how fast I can get it over with. Like that was my mentality. Now we're doing more.
Endurance.
Yeah, now we're doing more distance.
If it ever looks like, sorry to cut you off, if it ever looks like I only have one chain on, I have two. Two just keeps falling down in.
Nobody
I'm sorry
asked.
to cut you off.
No, I checked the comments.
I
I literally checked all the comments. No one said he got 2 chains. Is that 2 chains?
Jake might wonder.
No, he ain't.
That's one of our guys.
He'll text you.
He'll text me and be like, "Did you only have one chain on?" No, dog, I had two. Two just kept falling in.
Jakey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
sorry to cut you off.
Don't worry about it. Where were we?
Oh, we were talking about.
Oh yeah, so it was good for me.
I didn't
like
remember.
now that we're doing distance, trust me, guys. My swear, but not going. But now that we're trying to run for longer distance, I'm obviously running at a much slower pace. We ran the majority of everything. We ran it on 4.5 speed.
Yeah, we didn't go any higher than that.
Which what did it end up averaging out to per mile? Like
13.
13, which
Great.
I'll take it.
3 miles under the
3 minutes under the threshold
yeah.
per mile. So no, we're not because
Where like if you were running 17s, by what I'm reading, if you were running 17s, they're gonna kick you off because they have to start opening up the roads again.
yeah.
And then they'll keep the finish line closed longer. So I think you really have to hold that under 16 until you get past the half marathon. And then they'll keep that part of the course open longer.
Another thing, a big thing I kept thinking after we left the gym that day was like, I kind of wish we just ran another 3.1 miles and then just said we did a half marathon out of nowhere for no reason.
Well, we can do that next time. This
that
month.
could be the benchmark. Yeah.
We have one this month.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be December. We did it in January.
Yeah, just because
we got one
we
in
poor planned and fucking
yeah.
my gym's not open on Sundays. But I like running. Honest to God,
That was
running
good.
at your gym's going to be better just because they're two of the same machines.
Yeah.
At my gym, it's 3 different treadmills.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a small, medium, large.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I mean,
And Sundays is just
what's the chances even my gym did something like that? You know what I mean? This is the type of gym to pull some shit. Not a pro care.
I wouldn't. And honestly, like the gym we used to be at, your gym is way better to record at because pro care out there, everything's wide open, and you wouldn't have been able to get a shot from behind us. You would have just been recording in front of us.
So the people haven't seen it, but we recorded the whole thing. It's filmed
like a
from
vlog
behind
day,
us. It was for a lot of purposes. It's just so I could see myself, so I could see you. I could see like just what you were doing wrong. I've watched it a couple of times. It's ready to go. It just 2 things need edited. They put the craziest thumbnail.
Craziest thumbnail.
You just shaved your head.
Yeah.
And you were taking off your hoodie and your shirt came with it.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to like stick it to.
And then as soon as it hit his head, he just got.
Well, I took it off, and then my shirt came off. And then when I was going to put the shirt back on, like the way I put my shirt on is like I'll put my head through, and then I'll just stretch both my arms up this way, and then I'll pull it down over me this way, kind of like I'm
and it goes
born again. But it got it as soon as I was like this, and I'm like shirtless, and Tyson's like,
And it was the whole way. His shirt was the whole way hiked up.
Yeah, it looked like I was about to take it off and do some damage. So, I mean, I don't even know if that'd be the thumbnail
Because
on Pornhub.
YouTube just does it. It's like
Yeah,
here,
it's
just use this as a thumbnail. I've
generated,
been wondering, like, what are these? Are
qualifications.
what? I just thought like the first couple episodes, I was like, is that what he picked? All right, maybe that was just like kind of something early, clean, whatever, get it out there. Now I'm realizing it just does it for you. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
YouTube.
these are all ass. There could have been something way better.
Well, if we had like an actual thumbnail picture, but we don't have like different still shots of us and different episode, like because we put episode number on it.
The first like 4 episodes, you're just looking down every
Yeah.
time. You've never seen. They don't see your face in the first 4 like thumbnails.
They don't need to. I'm a mystery man, like Rico Bosco on Pick'em.
I thought you could have like pulled something off like that where they never see your face in the because it just was doing it, and I was like, maybe he's doing it. That's they picked the worst thing they possibly could have. That was insane.
Yeah, I would have thought for like
When we do a Patreon, can we post the picture of the of what?
Oh yeah, I don't care. I mean,
I have it
care.
saved, so like.
I don't. I've honestly been thinking about it all week too, because this is like one thing. The video part that I want to cut out before we upload it is a picture of me without my shirt on. But it's not like pictures of me without my shirt on don't exist. Like I've been to the beach and like people have seen me without my shirt on. It's just like the most
And pants.
It's just like the most unflattering, like one angles from like down here. So I look 40 pounds heavier already.
Standing taller on a treadmill.
Yeah. The angle, I'm shaped like a pear. I got love handles that I've been trying to get rid of for life. But I haven't had a soda. It's my New Year's resolution is not to drink any soda all year.
Hell yeah.
I gave up on it for a long time, and then I went back to drinking fucking Coke Zero. And then I'd be like, well, I got to have a Baja Blast when I have Taco Bell. You know what I
That's
mean?
my
Just
favorite
talk
bit.
myself right
That's
into
one of my
shit.
favorite. Gotta wears you
eat it.
down.
Gotta have it, dude. It's like you can't have McDonald's fries and not have a McDonald's Coke, and it's just like you can just have a water. You know what I mean? It sucks. It's not as flavorful, but it's just water. It's fine. So I've been hammering water a lot recently. Another thing, I mean, I feel like I'm jumping all around from the run, but I'm kind of like going over everything before getting into like the actual 10 miles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how did it go?
kind of going over
Okay.
everything. One big thing I noticed is like, obviously I got so hungry like for 2 days straight afterwards because like your body's not used to burning that kind
Really?
of fat. So then I'm like really hungry.
You know what? I felt a little bit of that. I probably always do and maybe never noticed.
Well, and here's the crazy thing. So then I was like, well, I want to capitalize on this. Might as well just put some healthy shit in my body. And I recently told Janae, I was like, we eat like a majority of people do in Mexico. And most successful people in Mexico are larger. They eat a lot of
Spanish.
large. They just eat a lot of cheese, a lot of refried stuff. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah. Drink Coke. Coke is huge.
so we have been eating primarily a lot of Mexican type foods, tacos, all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome, though.
And I told her, I was like, what we need to do, I was like, I never see a fat Chinese guy. Them dudes over in China, I'm like, we got to start eating like Chinese people. I'm like, we got to start eating more chicken, more rice, more veggies. I'm like, I don't like seafood. It's very hard for me to find seafood that I do like unless it's like
Crickets.
white fish. That's not seafood. But I was like, we got to start eating like Chinese people. So I don't want to offend anybody if I'm
You know what I was thinking?
misappropriating.
You know what I was thinking the other day? How the hell don't they have like a lot of letters in their alphabet?
I don't know.
They have like 200 letters.
Maybe
What the hell does their keyboard look like? Like, is it this big?
it's probably like
It's gotta be.
it probably has like 100 letters, and then
Yeah.
you hit the shift, and then all the letters change to a secondary. The
That-
second half, yeah.
Bro, that type of type, I can't even do this shit.
Oh, trust. I can't wait for you to start whipping them all.
This is
how did
I'm getting
editing
better.
the video go?
Awesome.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I told her, I was like, we got to start eating like this. So we have a bunch of rice, chicken, all kinds of stuff at the house. So I had I just ate nothing but like healthy foods, like chicken and rice, chicken Caesar salads.
I also got a free rice maker right here.
Leave a comment below if you want to win the rice maker. Yeah, we'll draw.
First one to comment
Not
wins
the
it.
first one, but we'll draw a random name and announce the winner next episode.
All right, I like that. We'll put them in a hat.
Just comment. All you got to do is leave a thumbs up.
Can you comment nothing?
No,
If-
you could put a period.
No, yeah, or if you just hit return.
No, you can't hit space and then comment. Just hit a period. Or enter, nothing. You have to actually have a character in there.
All right, so comment.
Period. Just a period.
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 Or a hot freestyle. Whoever hits a hot freestyle wins
Jesus.
it automatically.
Jesus. Cool it, antifreeze, damn it, these rappers be. So I'm hungry, starving. So I'm eating healthy. Dude, next thing you know, this is TMI, so turn your headphones down if you don't want to hear it, but I was shitting sideways crazy. It was like my body was just getting all the bad shit out of me, dog. It was just the noises I was making. I'm in there fighting demons. What the hell got
Demon fighting shit.
I thought, I was like, dude, all this running just like broke up a bunch of old gases
just-
in there.
Yeah, all the jiggling.
And then just-
it really did, probably.
Fuck, I was farting crazy. I was farting like you. Like, crazy. But I had so much more energy all week I've had so much more energy. And it just felt good. And even though, like, my knees and my hips, they were very sore. Even the next day, they were super sore. And you know what else was pretty sore that I thought was crazy? Because you taught me how to, like, run like this. But because, like, I was running with my fist clenched so long,
Yeah.
my muscles back here and up here were so sore.
Did you feel anything in your hands?
Not my hands, not really, but like
I used to.
But like because like if you clench your fist, you can feel the muscle tighten all the way down here. It just the whole way out. I'm like, fuck, why my back so sore? Why's my fucking arms so? I'm like, what the fuck? Crawling like this.
That's why people wear arm sleeves when they run.
Well, yeah, I just gotta get this. I just gotta.
Did you
scoop
feel
the
that?
air.
Well, I'll talk about it a little bit when I go into my notes. But yeah, that's just all using energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why.
Like the squeezing.
That's what he's talking about is I always used to see all these guys running all our lives, and these guys would like just doggy paddle with their hands, And I realized, like, when you just do this, you're not using any. It takes energy to do this.
Yeah.
And it takes energy to hold it. And we need to save all our energy for where we're in our legs and what we're trying to do. Because the race is about getting so far into it before you start hurting.
Yeah, but even though my knees, my hips, and stuff were sore, like I could get around fine. But like, let's say I was sitting on the couch and like I had the leg rest thing up. If I wanted to like put my leg up in like a triangle position, I had to grab my thigh and go like this. You know what I mean? Because it was
That's
just so
awesome.
much easier.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I did that for a whole day. But everything else, like my knee, like getting up, getting down, it was sore. But as soon as I started moving them, it was fine. But
What was the first like from coming here to your house the rest of the day? How'd you feel?
so
That's 2.
yeah. So I went home. My fiance wasn't home.
The drive, how'd you feel on the drive? Hurt?
No, the drive was fine.
So you were that good after 10?
Yeah. I mean, I could feel it, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, once I put the sweats and the hoodie back on and like all the heat was just kind of in there, keeping everything loose, like driving home was fine. Getting out of the truck was fine. I could walk fine. Went in, took a shower, made food, ate, sat down in like on the couch, really comfortable. Fell asleep after I ate.
Good.
Woke up, felt like I was breaking icicles off of my fucking shit. You know what I mean? Just like, because I had like, didn't even.
That sleep was probably good for you.
I always move in my sleep, and I was just like dead for 40 minutes. Wake up, and then the first thing, like, my feet didn't hurt at all. Dude, my feet usually always hurt. Even if I run a mile, my fucking
Finally wearing good shoes.
like even if I run a mile, my feet hurt. It was crazy.
I won
felt-
Christmas.
The first 2.5 miles, I didn't feel it at all. Like, I didn't feel like we were running. I didn't feel out of breath. I didn't feel my feet were tired. Like, none of it felt hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And can you feel that it has that bigger heel?
I can
It
feel
helps
how much.
roll down.
Yeah. Well, I can feel how much more. It feels kind of weighted. It kind of feels like it weighs the back of your heel. So, like, it's the first thing that comes.
Well, there's just more under that heel. There's more under the heel.
Yeah. But to get into it, yeah, I didn't feel like, just honest to God, if like there was a bolt running through my knee and there was like a lug nut and then like that was what moved my knee back and forth like this, it just
I
felt
get
like
that
it was
feeling.
too tight. Like you just had to loosen it
Well,
up.
that's
a
where
little
they
bit,
just
you know
all
what I mean?
connect into. Yeah.
Yeah. It just felt like it was just too tight.
I get that feeling.
And it was just right on my knees and then my hips, right on
Outside only,
yeah,
or
outside only,
not
on my
inside.
knees. Yeah, outside only on my knees, and then on my hips, it was fucking killer. It felt like every time my hips were sore, I could picture in my brain how my hips were sitting in my socket, and then like I'm just like that hurts. But then again, like honest to God, we ran Sunday. I was sore, pretty sore Monday, but like still functioning. But we got a shit ton of snow. I was out there shoveling snow all day. You know what I mean? I was shoveling snow Sunday. I was shoveling snow Monday. My back hurt from shoveling snow. I went sled riding on Monday.
That's crazy. That's honestly good.
Yeah, I felt great. I was impressed with myself on how not only I did, but I was so surprised how I felt afterwards. I'm like, had I known it was going to feel like this, I'd have just done it a while ago.
Yeah, and I think you need to. I'll go and start going into my notes here. I think you need to do a little bit more preparation. You know what I mean? You need
H.
to. I'm going to start with the dislikes that as
Constructive criticism.
yeah, the cons.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah. So it was just the one thing I emphasized was barely got that word out. Emphasized was stretching. Did you stretch at all?
I stretched the day before we ran.
Okay.
And then at the gym, obviously, with you, I stretched.
Yeah, we had a whole extra week, and that would have saved you so much more pain. Like, this whole thing, all these negatives, it's just all at the top just says you made it harder than it has to be. So, you could have stretched more. I can see it because you look tight when you're running, but that's also could be it's just technique. You need to utilize your stride more. I have a longer stride, but I always kind of did. So this is what's kind of throwing me off a little bit. You seem a little just closed off and tight, like a Minecraft character.
Well, I'm like falling forward while I run, where you sit back while you run.
Well, so that's wrong. Like you need to keep your chest high.
Yeah,
Open your airway.
I'm better.
Yeah.
That's what you told me to do on this run.
And you would do it, look great, everything's looking fine, and you'll see it in the episode. It's gonna happen. You just start tailing down. You know what I mean? Things start getting harder, and like reality kind of sets in. It's like if you're in a runner's high, you're feeling good. If you're fucking super jacked up, you're feeling good. And then when reality sets, like that's why I want to smoke a cigarette. That's the joke I make, is just because like you go into an ultra good mode and then you go straight to hell. And then you go, I'm fucking fast as shit, then I'm slow. I'm happy, I'm sad, fucking psyched up. Just you hit every single fucking emotion you possibly can in like 30 minutes. Or an hour and 30 minutes. And then reality will hit and you're like, what the fuck I just thought of everything all at once. But you had a little bit of a problem with your goofy stuff. I don't know how to say it. Like, cuz you were feeling so good. You were hyped, you were motivated, it was awesome. There was a couple times where you were like crouch running on the treadmill, like holding a gun. And it's like you're just using energy. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to waste that.
I'm still gonna do it.
I know.
It's just who I am. I'll get it done. I got the 10 done. We'll get the 26 done.
At 38 minutes in the episode, I started playing Army Canonses.
I mean, it got me fired up.
And bro, you saluted and you tried to like. I
ran
thought you were gonna hold it like the whole time,
I would have.
but as you just don't got.
Have to.
But listen. I've thought of this shit. I've thought of like, okay, if our dads and hopefully Jay are gonna be at the marathon when we run it. I'm like, what if they're at mile 14, right? And we're good. We're great. We're feeling great. And I just run up and like just fucking try and touch the fucking mile marker thing. And it's like that would be so cool on camera, but it's like that just maybe ruined everything. You know, I could get hurt so easily. I could just that took 2 miles off my knees right there. Because the idea is, and I figured this out myself, watching this whole thing and seeing you, and we needed to see how you hurt, and just so we know. The name of the game isn't like how far you can run. It's how far you can run before you start hurting. And then hopefully it's in a range. Like we all can handle pain, but hopefully it's not outside of your range. Like I think didn't you go into, by the end of it, you were hurt. Like if we had to, you said it yourself, if we had to do it, you maybe wouldn't have got done.
I'd have probably tapped out at a half a marathon just because like I was getting to the point where like every step I was taking, my knees were locking up. I was dragging the bottom of my feet. You know what I mean? Not in steps, but like running. When we were running, when we were walking, it was fine.
I can literally see a fucking eyebrow hair. If I keep doing this the whole time, sorry.
Probably in your hat.
It might have been in my hat.
Got you, kid.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, my body just, because I've never run more than 2.5 miles consecutively. At all.
This was huge.
I'd never been on a treadmill for more than 35, 40 minutes straight. my body just didn't like. I thought my body hit a fight or flight response one time at like 7 miles. We was just like, all right, buddy, run until the danger's gone. Like we were just running. Like I didn't even feel like at one point there was a snooze period where I was just like, my body's just doing what it's supposed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's definitely the high.
yeah. And then near the end, when we would like mile 8, we take a 0.8 because Tyson has the marathon broken down to like how we're gonna complete it and not spend too much energy. And there in mile 8, you walk 0.8 of a mile. Well, at this point, we had already run 6 of 8 miles. So we walk for 0.8 miles at a really brisk pace, and then when we start running again, I feel fine. But then at this point, instead of it hitting me 2 miles in when my legs start to lock up, it's like before I hit a mile in, my knees are hurting to the point where like I'm taking a step with my right foot, and then I'm coming to lift my left foot up, and I'm dragging my heel instead of coming down like this, I'm just coming in like this. Because I couldn't flex my knee. My knee was just
I
locked
get
up,
you.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I couldn't flex my knee. My leg was just closer to the treadmill. So I was just dragging leg while this one was
I
still
get it.
perfectly fine. So I'm like galloping pretty much, kind of, which isn't any faster unless you're a horse. But like it was just more like I could have went mentally. I could have ran on that treadmill until fucking somebody came and told us we had to get off
Listen,
of
that's
it.
a part of my notes.
But physically, at like 10, right at the 9.5 mile mark, I told you I was like, oh, we got to walk it out.
So just back to what I was saying, just because we're talking, we're vibing here. When you started screaming, the army cadences was bad,
I was just talking.
dude.
That was me just talking.
Just next time, I mean, you're hyped, but feel that energy and hold it. It's tough to do.
Brother, I'm telling you.
You'll see me.
We're going to be on the North Shore, and I'm like, what the Army's done to me? I tell you what, boy.
I mean, if you feel like, I mean, I could do it.
How about this? I won't
But
do
you
any
ju-
goofy
here-
shit until
you
we're
know what it is?
after 13.1.
Here's what it is, B. It honestly, this is what it is. You just do it a little too long. If you just do it in a spurt, you know what I mean? Then you get away with it. Or just even like 5 seconds.
Dog, I'm
5
telling-
seconds.
If you would have put the Army cadence on for 10 straight miles, I'd have done it for 10 straight miles. There's nothing about it. Just got like, dude, it just got me going.
I know it does.
I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, Mama, can't
I know
you
it would.
see
I knew it wouldn't, and I knew it
what the
does.
Army's done to me? I wasn't even in the military.
That's at 40 minutes on the episode. See, B screaming the army cadence.
And I was still good.
But you get what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like really during the marathon, if you know what, if they see us, they're at mile 18, and you fucking do that shit, it's like whatever. But if you're like hurting bad early, it's like okay, it's just gonna be a little longer, whatever. And we're gonna see him at like 15. Don't fucking do it. Don't do anything crazy.
You never know. I might hit a Saquon backwards hurdle, motherfucker, in front of me.
Touch the mile marker.
Backwards hurdle it.
You fucking Euro step, spin move, jump, touch. Michael Jordan slam dunk the fucking mile marker.
Get down to the Russian dance with the knee.
And I'm looking at the camera like he was dogging it for the last two.
We had to walk the last 2 runs. No, big trust. Come hell or high water, I'm finishing it.
So another thing, it's just goofy, but look, this is the shit that I see. You didn't get contacts, did you? Gotta get your contacts.
Well, I don't have to get them till May.
No, you gotta get used to them now.
I've
Sweat
had them.
gets in your eye. Gotta get a little used to it, just because. Also,
Wore 'em for 5 years.
Here's the thing, though. You kept putting back your hat. You kept putting your hat back on.
Yeah.
Is that just to block the sweat?
I mean, well, I just shaved my head, so I knew the sweat was just going to roll off the sides of my head. But it didn't bother me running in the hat either.
But
I thought
mean-
I sweat less.
These are little things that I pick up on that, like I said, I titled this whole thing, you're making it harder on yourself.
Yeah. Well, I knew running in a hat would make me harder. But then when we were done
It's
with
going
the
to
10
make you
mile,
sweat more.
But when, honest to God, when we were done with the 10 mile, was one of the first things I told you was I can't believe how much I didn't sweat.
I didn't really sweat either.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was the temperature outside or because
I
I,
think it might
drank a
have been
bunch of
just
beers
the-
the night before too.
Perfect temperature in there.
Yeah,
It really
I drank
was.
a bunch of beers the night before, but yeah, I didn't sweat that much. But yeah, I don't plan on running the marathon in a hat.
But here's what I want to say. I offered you my headband. You didn't take it.
What headband?
I said I got my Nike headband.
Oh yeah, I didn't need it.
All right. But that just,
But the hat wasn't a sweat preventative. I was just wearing the hat. Like I just was wearing the hat.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't like I didn't like I knew the sweat would roll off me, so the hat would help. But it wasn't like I didn't put this hat on and was like I'm gonna put this on to stop the sweat. I was like I'm gonna run in this Nike hat because I like this Nike hat.
That's crazy.
I swear to God.
I know. I believe you. But
What?
that's crazy. You know what I mean? You're just making it harder. Just get a
Well,
nice
that's another
running
thing too.
hat.
Is like if I do all the suck now when we have to go do it, and I don't do any of the suck, it ain't gonna suck.
Okay, but
If I run 13 miles for the next 5 weeks in a hat, and then I go out and run 26 miles with no hat on, it's gonna be a breeze.
here's
If
the,
putting a hat on makes it harder on me now, it's like swinging two bats in the on deck circle. You don't have to swing. You don't have to swing two bats at the plate. You only have to swing one. I don't have to do all the goofy shit when we go run the marathon. But if I do all the shit while we're training for the marathon, it'll make running the marathon 10 times easier.
I get that. I get all. You're
I'm not
right.
saying I'm doing it specifically for that reason.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to be a fucking idiot.
But yeah.
And I'm just wearing a hat.
So when we do the benchmarks from here on out, like our once a month, like, because we don't get to see each other until these are the only times we see each other other than the podcast. You know what I mean? These
Word.
benchmark tests. So we're just gonna take it serious. Like I'm taking it serious. Like I wore my fanny pack with the water in it, and I
didn't
tried
hit
to
my mouth one time.
But here's the thing: that's how it's gonna be. If we didn't practice it, that would be how it is.
I
the
would
first
hit my
time.
mouth at the. I would hit my mouth anytime we ran outside, because I'm so afraid of fucking eating it on that treadmill. And you
Yeah.
got like this much space to fuck up, and my feet. You got this much treadmill, and my feet take up this much of the treadmill, dog. Because of that, I'm so worried about just fucking. And you know too.
Oh, I
with the
got
hips,
water all over mine.
This
It was
is
slippy.
You should put this in your fucking dislikes. My running style is I got to get better at running forward
Throwing your
because
knees
my feet,
straight.
I throw my feet like this, and that's what I feel is pulling my hip bones. Because
And-
that's what like my hips hurt from back here, and it felt like because the way I ran, it was like I'm running like this. So up here, my hips, because of the way my feet are, my hips are this way. So I'm running this way, when if my hips are this way and my feet are going this way, my hips won't pull that much.
So the tool I gave you is perfect. Have you used it?
For sure.
Yeah. That's exactly what you need for
Yeah.
that scenario right there.
I put it right under my balls. Pretend like it was big. But no, yeah, I just because my hips, like I felt like they just needed to be like popped, honestly. I was
Yeah.
just like, I wish
I
we would
know exactly what you're saying.
put some pressure on this motherfucker. Put some pressure on. But yeah, no, I don't disagree with the things that you're saying at all.
Well, here's the thing. I really feel like I honestly failed you as a coach for a little bit.
Well,
I
you're
think-
retarded. Because I'm always just gonna do stuff to make you. When we're hanging out, I'm gonna do stuff to make you laugh. Now, when we go to the marathon, like I'm probably still gonna do stuff to make you laugh.
Here's the thing. I'm the same way. I can get away with talking a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right? But my whole fucking job is to make sure you get across that line. I honestly think like that. I felt no soreness after this whole thing.
Yeah,
I went to the bar that night. I walked to
I
the
saw
bar.
your truck there. I drove the.
You didn't see my truck. I walked to the bar.
I must have been Gina's. Was Gina there?
That fucker. See what he did, bro. I was the only one in town. And we hang out at the same bar.
And he parks.
Two guys
like,
with the same
as soon as
truck.
you come over the bridge, he parks right where you can see him.
That's why my mom yells at me.
Yeah, as soon as
She's
you
like,
come over the
"I'm
bridge
not-
and you look left at Hooks,
Ma."
you see what I thought. I'm like, oh, Tyson's there. Which, I mean, probably are.
So, I mean, yeah, but I walked.
Fair play. But, no, I mean, there's definitely things I do to make it harder, for sure.
Yeah, and it's just like,
But it also sucks. I want to have fun while I get it done.
yeah. Well, also here's the thing: I've never ran with a buddy,
Yeah.
so like, this is pretty awesome. Like this is.
I got
gonna be
one.
I think that's a huge game changer because there's so many people that are going to run it alone.
I got some constructive criticisms on my phone for you, too, that I wrote for you. Number 1, don't ever put Chris D'Elia on while we're running. Not for 12 seconds.
You know that shit's it's done with. And it was fault. Nothing ever
He's
came
a
from it.
pervert.
He's not a.
But I just don't think he's funny.
Okay, I can get that.
I just don't, his comedy is not comedy to me.
His actual stand up I don't like, but those
Even
clips.
I
I just think the things that
he's
he's
funny
talking
because
about.
he picks on people.
Yeah.
Leave that for me. All right. That's con number 1. Con number 2. More military cadence. I don't have anything wrote on my phone. I'm just trying to make stuff up as I go. More military. Cadence.
You loved it.
I could run through a brick wall.
Dude, they're awesome.
Should have been in the military.
And I knew exactly when to play them. When it starts getting a little bit into you, these are all just the videos, anything. It's just all little strategic things to help bust you out of reality and take your mind somewhere else. Get
Another
lost.
thing I would like to do, I'd like to push. Here's a bad thing about me, is when I get close, like when I knew we were close to walking, that's when it got into my brain. That's when I was like, all right, I want to just stop now. I want to stop now.
When we're 0.3 out.
Yeah, I just want to stop now. I just want to stop it now.
I feel the
You know what
same
I mean?
thing.
So one thing that's best for me is just not knowing.
When we're at 9.5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
can we
yeah.
just stop?
Yeah. So the best thing for me is obviously just not knowing, but I'd like to push how far we go until we get into walking. Because if we can run the first 5, that'd be sick. Run the first 6 and then walk maybe a good bit.
Well, we hit a hill on 4, so we have to stop.
Yeah.
Because the problem that you're always just gonna have, unless you attack your calves, is if we ran hills, that puts your hills off the ground completely. If you try and run a hill, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You're all on the balls. That's just gonna blow them out. Just stop and walk.
But that's good for me because I spent 30 years of my life running on the balls of my feet.
It is.
My calves are fucking ready for a hill.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But here's the thing. I think about it even with myself. No matter I've more experience, calves might be a little bit bigger. The calf,
They're not.
the calf is just such a small muscle.
They used to call me horse legs at the post office.
No, they called me horse.
They ain't never said that to him, no.
Girls would know me by my legs.
They called me horse legs by my third leg.
So, the calf is just such a small muscle. It can only take so much. And if you just put so much on it super quickly and shit, it can get out of hand. And here's the thing you got to remember is if, hey, your right calf starts hurting, it's not going to go away. Now the right calf hurts till we're done. You know what I mean?
Word.
So that just goes back into the whole idea of like, you want to just be able to stay safe
That is-
for as long as you can.
One thing I got out, after I got out of the shower, I got the massage gun out, took it downstairs, never used it once. Not one time. It's crazy.
I didn't use mine.
And I have
didn't
all
need
the
to. I
different
felt
like
great.
head attachments for it. Like she bought me this really nice one last year when we first started running, I guess. But just all kinds of gymming, I guess, when we were doing it. But she bought me a really nice one, and I'm the type of guy where like if I have a headache, I'll just wait till the headache's over. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like someone has to offer me ibuprofen for. I'm like I didn't even think about taking ibuprofen to get rid
yeah,
of my
I'd never
headache.
take
You know what I
medicine.
mean? So, like, I was like I should get this out because I want to massage it, and then I got to the couch, ate.
What
took a
part
nap.
was it?
I was just gonna massage my knees, and then I was gonna massage the outside of my hips.
Straight on the kneecap.
Swear to
Like
God.
a jacket.
Right on the. Ba, 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 ba.
No, I'm talking this way.
Just big ass black and
Hitting
blue
that
marks.
muscle that the doctor hits. Fucking
Just reflexing, just shaking like a dog.
like imagine scratching your own belly and hitting that like a furry.
Such a good boy.
With a
right now.
boner.
God. This got X-rated. But yeah, the run overall, I think I surprised myself a lot. If you want me to ask, I mean, I never
Oh,
thought in a
dude.
million years I was gonna.
I didn't get into my positives.
Yeah, I never thought in a million years I was gonna do the 10 that easy. I thought I was gonna quit on you way before then. If you want me to be honest, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to drive to your house that morning. I wanted to bail because I was just
could
like,
feel
this
it
is
in the
gonna
air.
suck so bad.
I could feel that in the air.
I was like, this is just gonna suck.
I was laying here on my yoga mat because I woke up at 6 in the morning. First thing I did, grab a glass of OJ, just lay straight on the yoga mat because it forces you to stretch. Like, don't get off this thing until you're done. And so I was just sitting there. That's when I found the Drake thing. What was it? Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies with gentle hands, old
older
people with pension plans. You just finished school and don't have any more exams. The desperate and
No, maybe go to the club and throw some bands.
for the oh yeah
Even a bitter and desperate man's.
for everyone who came to flex and bands
For-
the bitter and desperate mans.
Even a bitter and desperate.
Even the bitter and desperate man's happy holidays. Welcome to the street.
That was the cap of the fucking run.
Yeah, that's what started it all. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies with gentle hands, old people with pension plans, just finished school, don't have no more
And have
exams.
less exams.
Have less exams. Just came to flex and bands, even the bitter and desperate mans. Happy holidays. Welcome to the stream. Shout out to my boy Drew. 4 straight months in a row, I've
That
been in
was
the top
awesome, dude.
0.25% listeners of Drake.
My first biggest takeaway was crazy motivated. Like, this when you look at, like, I mean, you tell me, like, because I tell you, like, hey, are you stretching? You got to get some sessions in. You're like, oh, dude, I haven't fucking done a thing. And you would basically say that every time we see each other.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
then-
never have one. Ain't gonna start now.
But you kind of got to. So-
Lie to you?
oh, no.
No, I
mean-
said I'm never gonna lie to you. I said
Okay,
I've
I
never
didn't
lied to you. I ain't gonna start now.
So, and
No, I'll definitely start stretching. Trust me. I'll definitely start stretching. I ain't gonna start lying to you. The stretching's coming.
so, I felt like literally you were gonna not show up that day, give some excuse, and then when you get here, I'm like, you've been stretching. You're like, hell no, and I'm like, all right, I believed in your mental, and you was giving out good mental that day.
Great mental.
That should be a pause.
If you'd have said dumb, that's a pause.
Well, mental.
Brain, if you just said you're giving good brain, that's a pause. Chromium, that's a pause.
Chromium's a hard pause.
Pause with a hard R.
Super motivated. Like, even kind of motivated me. Like, I thought I would have to explain more, or like, not explain, but like correct you more. And I could have looked over a couple more times and seen you like head down. You just naturally, it's just a technique thing.
Well, I spent a lot of there was a girl working out. So I spent a lot of the
Oh,
time
yeah,
looking
big
down.
tits.
Yeah. And she was like bent over in front of the mirror. And I'm like, I can't be doing all of this. I don't want to be perving. And we got a camera set up too, you know what I mean? So I'm looking down. So it was either that or every time the Army cadence came on, I looked straight ahead at the American flag.
Yeah. But
But I kept trying to keep my head because I could feel it. Like when I was looking down, I could feel that fucking muscle back here that you get from spending too much time looking down at your phone. So I'm always trying to keep my head up, which also helps bring my chest up. But like every time you'd look over and see my head down, you'd go chest up, and I'd hear you, and I'd go like this.
Yeah, I could have did it a couple more times
For sure.
just
but
because.
I was trying. I would have kept my head up more if that lady wasn't working out directly in front
Yeah.
of us.
Well, we had AC/DC in there too,
And she was
then-
definitely only there to get on a treadmill. And we had the treadmills for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. We got business to get done.
And we got her done.
There, you get rid of all this shit behind us. Nobody's using.
As soon as I went out drinking. I left the podcast here last Friday and met my fiance at Zach's with her sister and her sister's fiance. Her sister's engaged to a woman. So we're all drinking there until like 12. I maybe only had like 3 beers, but like I don't usually stay out. Then we go home. I had like 2 more beers. I'm up to like 1:30. I know I got to get up at 7. I wake up at like 7:30. You text me, you up. I think I just left my house. It was close to 8:30 or 8 or something like that. But like I knew the second I woke up, I was like, I want to make an excuse to get out of this, which is why I'm going to go do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I like if it was just me, I'd have never got up. Like if it was like if you'd said go run 10 miles by yourself and then report back to me, I would have made an excuse of why I didn't go do it. But because you were waiting on me, I was not going to do it.
Hell yeah.
That's commitment, dog.
And like, how much better does it feel? Like, you knew you were gonna hurt, but it only. I told you it was just gonna take a couple of days, and then it's like now looking back on it, it's like I'm so glad I didn't fucking.
I think the worst part of
Just
it all,
make some
pain,
excuse.
soreness, everything, was dropping my towel right after we started running on, like, as soon as we got into running.
That was
the
into
second-
5 miles.
Yeah, we ran from 5 to 6.5. We ran another 1.5. And, like,
So
0.25 miles in, I dropped my fucking towel.
So we ran to 4, started at 4.5 again, running. Stopped at 6.5. Well, we stopped at 6.2 after you lost your breath to the cadences.
Yeah, I ran out of breath. Because I did, we ran, what was that? 1.7 miles. I probably did a cadence for about 1.5.
Yeah, and that's just what I was saying. I was like, it's funny. It just didn't have to go that long.
It pumped me up.
I know it does, bro.
Even
But it's
like saying it out loud. Dog.
I know it does. You got to control your energy like a Super Saiyan. Like,
Well, like they say it back, they do it, and that was another thing I kept thinking too. Was I was like, they have to do this in the military. Like they can't just not say the cadence back to the sergeant.
yeah, that's how we do it.
That you can't not say it though. You know what I mean? Like you have
Oh.
to say it back. So that's gonna help you build. So like if I say if I do it and I run out of breath now, hopefully I'll have breath
I get what you're saying.
by not doing it at all on marathon day.
You're doing a little breath exercise.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I was trying to get. I mean, not like fully like thought that out, but I'm like when we're doing it, as I'm saying it, I'm like the guys in the army have to say it, and the sergeant's putting them through it so that they can control their breathing while they run. I'm like, so if I fought, now granted, I went a little hard. I was screaming that one.
as
It
loud
was
as you
so
And-
empty.
And like
in the
talking
fucking
about energy, when you watch it, 38 to 40 minutes, flexes every time. They're hovering overhead. What the Army's done to me?
We should have started with a cadence, dog. We should have started the podcast with it. I might wake up with a cadence on as my alarm clock every day. Oh, mama, can't you see what the Army's done to me? Oh, oh, dude, fucking A, man. Can't you see what the Army's done to me? Ooh. I know they fucked you boys up.
Yeah, dude, we took a lot.
I know.
They got a lot of good guys.
They took
Man.
some of our best ones, some not so good ones.
Let a lot of shit heads. Took a ton of good men.
Took a ton of good men. But the movie was a few good men, which is crazy. Mama, mama, can't you see? Dog.
We didn't
it
even
is-
get into some good ones.
Oh, my dude, I'm like, I can
We didn't even get into my
set
favorite
right
one.
now.
We haven't hit some of my favorites. Those are just warm-ups.
Dude, when we're at
There's some great.
the starting line at the marathon, I just want
And we're only playing Army cadences, no other bullshit.
dude, I just want to hear my fucking dad just slap me 2 hands right on the back. Mama, can't you see, dog? I'm my full sprint for 26.2. I might sprint straight to the rivers after the end of the fucking
Just
marathon.
bumping through people. get the fuck out.
Oh, my boy's a veteran.
For the troops.
Dude. Oh, man.
So about just like, just the camera changes and you're just holding, you could just see a crowd. It's an overhead shot of just a big crowd. And there's one person holding a flag bumping through people. You can see the fucking.
Dude, if we ran, honest to God, I would have got kicked out of the military, bro. Because they would have thought I was fucking around at how amped up those cadences get me. Because they'd have thought because I'm
Now they get us all hyped.
dog.
We wanted.
I'm sweating right now.
Well, like the best ones that my favorites are only because we were such a good platoon and we loved singing cadence. So if you got a good voice, like I got a good voice, I got to kind of control my row.
Yeah.
Like whatever pitch they're fucking throwing out, like I got to fucking get in there like Drake and
Like Drake in the
auto-tune this. I get the whole back row, dude.
Just hold on, we're going
You
up.
know? Yeah, exactly. So I don't ever get the chance to really sing them.
Oh,
But
dog, they hit me fucking hard too. I could run through a brick wall, and if they needed that brick wall rebuilt, they'd have to reach out to fucking Ed Yingling. 814
Oh my God.
8357.
bring bricks too.
Yeah.
These are all fucked.
Dog, if you put on an army cadence, you see me fighting in the woods with a grizzly bear, send help for the bear, dog. You know what I
Send
mean?
Ed. You could send Ed after a grizzly bear. I'm sure he could fucking eat. Listen, Ed can do a lot. Can he fuck up a grizzly bear with a fucking one of those 1 foot long levels
Yeah.
and a hammer? He's gonna give it his best effort. That's what
Probably-
he always does.
Probably build a cage
Because
around
that's
it.
what a vet does.
He doesn't.
Is it-
He doesn't seem like the type to hurt him. He'd probably just build a cage around him.
He could. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
He could build something so fast, like fucking Fortnite.
814-225-8357. And if somehow
Veteran discounts.
somehow that bear got X-nayed 1/6, you just call Mel. Say, hey, I got a bear I'm bringing in. You call Mel at 814-943-MEAT. That's 814-943-MEAT. 6328. You call Mel over at fucking Grandview Meats. He chop that bear up for you. Make what we have every day: bear burgers, bear steaks
Yeah.
on the grill out here. You remember that little
Bear
charcoal
burgers.
grill? Bear burgers.
Take your bear to meet.
And if you have a dog, he looks like a bear, and your dog is a human, go get your bear a haircut at Ariel 814-470-1184. She's not cutting bears or dogs, she's cutting humans.
She won't cut a bear's hair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
And he didn't have no hair because he got a cut at Ariel's.
At 814-470-1184.
He just had cancer.
Dang. Curious George type shit. So, is there more positives you want to talk? You want to gas me up some more? I like this part.
I literally wrote great mental. I wrote motivated, then great mental. So then the next one is tough. The mental toughness is one thing. The physical toughness is a different thing. Like I've felt so many times before, like, just stop. You just stop. And then it's kind of like what's this even fucking matter? I guess now that we're working towards something, like, and we're getting close, we're probably working, so like we're feeling better, we're feeling strong, or it's like I've heard this before. What you ask of your body, it will give you. And we're asking for it to do this. I think it's kind of transforming us. I'm literally doing nothing for my diet, and
Autobots, roll out.
I'm feeling like I'm getting in the right shape. I'm getting, you know what I mean? I'm like realigning how I should be. But you had crazy mental toughness to deal with all the pain that you were feeling, because you started. I took notes. Mile 1, good, and we run. So we run for the first 4 miles. 1, 2, and on 3 I wrote left quad, but that was just you said that was. I don't know, and I
probably would have been prevented if I had stretched even a day prior to when I started stretching.
I think it was just something that was loosening up, working up. So at 4, felt great. And then we get to 5. So we ran at 4.5. We're going to 6.5. 5 felt great. And then as soon as we hit 6 and 7, things start to kind of blow up a little bit. And I had ribs, calves, hip flexors, psoas muscles. 7 was hips bad. Remember your foot fell asleep?
My foot fell asleep, like legitimately, like, you know, your feet, your hands, they fall asleep. It feels like the fuzzy shit on the TV. Literally right into my foot. My leg was fine. My hip, like my thigh was fine, but I couldn't, like my foot fell asleep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Just ran.
Do you think your shoes were too tight?
No. Just one of the muscles that I was something.
Okay.
Just. But, I don't know if it just like tinged a nerve and sent the fucking weird. Because like halfway through running, like I ran through, the foot falling asleep, you know, woke back up. Then we walked for a little bit, I was fine. And then as soon as we started running again, it fell asleep at the beginning and then woke back up.
Okay. But I wanted to say that just because, like, that's the toughness part of it. And going back to what I said, could have made things a little bit easier on yourselves. You didn't. You just walked straight into 10 miles, you know. And he got it done, which is crazy. But yeah, you had great toughness, which you're gonna have to have. All this pain that you're feeling is gonna happen, no matter how strong you get from here to then. We are gonna start hurting. Tough as I am,
I will say after we ran the 10 mile and after we did it and completed it, I have now been telling so many more people that I'm running the marathon in Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah!
It's just like I feel so much more confident.
We got to sign up. We got to do that this week.
Word.
So that a part of like hurting you is to see how you get hurt and also learn what it's going to be like being in pain for a long time. Because we're probably going to be in pain for at least 2 hours. So if we do the math on this, we did 10 miles.
That's 20 miles and
where are we at?
4.5 hours.
Time-wise, where are we at 16 or 17 miles?
Every 5 miles is going to be 1 hour and 7 minutes. So 15 miles in is going to be 3.5 hours.
So, and then we have presumably 3 hours
Technically
left.
3 hours and 22 minutes. So then mile 16, you're going to be at 3 hours and 35 minutes. And mile 17, you'd be at 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Okay.
If you break it down this way.
That's probably where I'm thinking things are. What has set in, like if you have like an inside left knee thing or an outside, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was getting at.
Oh, for sure.
And it's just like, hey, yeah, we're just here. We just gotta. That's the thing. Being best friends is like, we have a little bit of a better situation than a husband and a wife. You know what I mean? Like we can just vibe crazy, or we can get lost.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely bringing the Penman gin. 100%.
Didn't know it was a question. Didn't even know it was a question, Sparky. I'm gonna be ripping that bitch. I also, you didn't put on your Collins. I ripped the vape while we were running twice.
I did. I just didn't want to say it.
I did rip the vape.
And you forgot your towel, your sweat towel.
Oh, I forgot the towels too. Was looking for any excuses to turn around. No, I'm just kidding. I will say my biggest takeaways from it, personally, I'm proud of myself. It was pretty cool looking down. Like, one, my watch is 7 ways fucked up to Sunday.
Yeah, I was thinking all week. I think that you should just message Garmin, and if you say, right, like, hey man, I've done a couple workouts. Like, can I send this to you and just like see what's going on? They'll just give you a new one.
Yeah.
My bitch overheated and something was just goofy wrong with it. I sent it back. They didn't even fuck around and just sent me a new one.
Might have to.
They're very good company.
I was gonna say might have to just take the straps off mine first and put them on yours. But you said you're getting a new one.
I think I will for the race.
But because I was looking at it, and your stride length and my stride length aren't far enough away that you would run 10 miles in the time it took me to run 5.5.
Yeah, and mine's definitely has more data outside.
Yeah, but you can look at my stride. I looked at your stride length. Your stride length is like 0.7, where mine's 0.5.
Okay.
But like, there's no way a 0.2 mile stride difference is gonna make you run 10 miles where I run 5 miles.
And I think it's all when it goes to treadmill mode is like my heart rate. Like my heart rate is hit 190s easily, 80s easily during like a good run that I do. When I ran around Juniata, I think it hit the highest, which is like 193. So when I'm sitting, I think I just sat at 120 that whole 10 miles. I think it understands that, and it puts that into a
No, I saw your heartbeat because yours was the same as mine. Because I looked at it too because it told me, the app told me 168, which was my top as well. But or mine was 186 maybe, I don't remember. But the app told me so many things. It was like, congrats, new record, fastest 5K you've ever run. Mm-hmm. Congrats, longest you've ever run. And it was like, the other one was like, this activity put you in the 5.0 of extensive workouts. And I'm reading, it put you in it too for most of the run.
Oh yeah.
And if you look on Garmin's thing, it'll show you that if you're in a 5.0 for intensity, it says would not recommend doing this activity much, which is crazy. Because then if you look at all your runs, it put you in it for every run. Like your heart, so all it does is just see your heartbeat go in a specific category, and it just says it's not a good activity. It's crazy how
really?
It's weird how it kept track of it because I was looking at it, and I was like, but my heartbeat, if you look at it, was perfectly fine the first 3 miles. And then right at
Hold
the
on,
fourth,
I gotta get a pause.
Yeah.
Let's start it.
I might swerve in that corner. Bitch, hold
I hope that came out okay.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back. I didn't break the rules that time.
But yeah, no, I was looking at at the first 3 miles, my heartbeat was perfectly fine, and then every time we'd run from 4 miles to the last whatever we ran, my heartbeat went to the same exact spot every time. So, like you said, I might need to break the watch in a little bit, a couple more outside runs. Might need to just send it back altogether. I don't know.
I think you should, just because we don't have time to waste.
Yeah, could track data different. I mean,
yeah, I think
wrist.
I think you should get your girl to send them messages saying like, "Hey, my husband, whatever, I got him this watch. He just seems like he's ran with his buddy of his. He's tested it a couple times on the treadmill. They just ran 10 miles. His buddies who runs says it.
Your watch matched the treadmills, where my watch was 4 miles behind.
Yeah,
yours and the treadmill.
Crazy. You would have got badges for a 10K and a 15K.
Yeah, I didn't.
You just got a 5K.
Correct. And my mile times were 22 minutes a mile.
Yeah, just wild.
It's impossible for me to run 20. We were running on the same exact speed on the same exact treadmill.
Just wasn't moving. Maybe was it tight to your wrist?
Yeah. Because I didn't want it slipping and sliding.
Yeah. I sweat so much one time that I was running a 15. So it was 9.3. I was like at 9. I was sweating so much and just wanted to be done. And I just kept looking at it, just like every time, just keep looking at it. And then I started to realize like it's not moving. And it literally at that point had so much sweat under it. So I had to like
I
fucking.
wasn't tracking anything.
And then I had to hold it just down.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, the thing I should do is I should wear my girl's Apple Watch and compare it with yours. And then we'll be like, all right, yours is definitely on. You know what I mean? And then compare it to mine and be like, all right, this thing's definitely just fucked. Because if I'm wearing an Apple Watch and you start your Garmin, and all of a sudden now we're both running 10 miles, it's like, all right, it's definitely my watch. Like, it's an easy way to figure out if it's my watch.
Yeah, I'd like to wear it myself. You know what I mean? Just to see what like the comparison of the two.
Wear one on each wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the next one. I'm excited for the next run. Oh, new pack, freshie.
I thought I got a halfie.
Christian.
I thought I got a halfie. No way I'll have to pack cigarettes on camera.
Oh, you Chiefs. That's one of the biggest comments I get about you. You're a chain smoker. Would you sit down? Sit down.
Oh shit.
I
hope that's gonna be talking about bad thumbnails. I hope that's the thumbnail.
Want to give a quick shout out to my nephew Parker. Got his driver's license. I was 15 when I found out he was going to be born, and to think now he's old enough to have his own driver's license is crazy.
What's he driving, an Escalade?
Nah, some M3, probably Beamer or something.
A Beamer
Yeah,
kid.
probably some Beamer or something. So, Lambo or something. He probably on them fucking cryptocurrencies. Probably on TikTok or something. Another thing I wrote down, I mean, I guess I could save this until we got into the football, but I wrote it down while we were talking about hurting, and that you were talking about your calf muscle hurting. Did you see Deshaun Watson hurt his Achilles again, and he may be out for the whole 2025 season?
He's the worst thing to ever happen to football. Who's that, Marcus Jordan or Marcus something? He was a Raiders quarterback. He played like one season. He was awful. They consider him like the worst player.
Ryan Leaf was a Chargers quarterback. Oh, you're talking about the black guy from LSU, Jamarcus Russell.
And went to the Raiders.
Yeah, yeah. he was the quarterback, and then he went to the Raiders, and then tried to revive his career with I think that might have been Vince Young. I'm thinking of with the Titans. Yeah. Jamarcus Russell was a Raider, and he came in at like 250 pounds. He was fat, overweight, couldn't throw the ball. Yeah, big bust.
This is the worst ever. And this guy made $200 million.
Yeah, he finessed the Browns. The Browns had something so good with Baker Mayfield, and when they decided to get rid of him for Deshaun Watson, they got everything they deserved.
True.
Deshaun said, I might swerve in that corner.
He bet his quarter, then whoa.
Whoa.
So, the New Mission Church. I started following them on YouTube. Everybody should follow the New Mission Church. Can we put
If you don't subscribe to us first, because somehow we got 40 views on our last video, but we only got 20 subscribers. How'd that work? You guys hate us? You guys fucking hate us? I think they hate us.
I mean, we love y'all.
Oh, yeah, we love all y'all.
See the way I'm beating up on Jeremy?
He probably don't even have a YouTube on his phone subscribed to.
He's definitely probably did subscribe.
No chance. No chance. New Mission.
New Mission. Can we put a clip from that at the back of this episode?
I mean, we could probably just put it right over us talking right here. It wouldn't be that hard. Oh, well, you wouldn't be able to hear the audio. Yeah, at the end of the episode, you'll be able to see a video of Tyson's new found congregation.
I don't know if it's Wednesdays. I haven't seen nothing since.
It is Wednesdays.
But they always
It
just
says it
said,
in the video.
but it's just Wednesday night. I didn't know if it was just Wednesday
Usually
night.
churches will do a Wednesday and a Sunday, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, I think churches usually do Wednesdays and Sundays.
So I haven't seen Sundays yet. And shout out, and you're in time to see Sundays. The New Mission Church on YouTube. Dude had the worst stream of all time. I was so high when I seen it.
His internet was fucking up.
It was more than fucking up. Nobody's phone is that bad no more. For as bad as it was. And it's like, his shit must have been crystal clear. Whatever he was looking at, because he went for hours like that.
Well, that's what, like, streamers won't know. Like, if you ever go to stream like a video game, like I've streamed video games before, the only thing you can see is you playing the game, and then, like, you can have, if you have a second monitor, you can have, like, the stream pulled up, like, in OBS, like, which is, like, the operating system for streaming and shit. You can have it pulled up there so you can see that, like, it's playing what's on your screen, but you can't see how other you can't see that the other viewers, it's choppy to them. Because it's not coming through your screen via internet. It's coming from this screen just right over here.
Okay.
So he probably, on his whole thing, he's moving around. He's crystal clear. The video's not cutting nothing. If one or two people in the comments would have been like, hey, yo, check your internet, he maybe would have understood. But he was just praising. Amen.
But
Where can they follow the New Mission Church at?
on YouTube?
Yeah, but is it at, I think it's at M.
I have no idea.
It's at NMC2.
Is it what it was?
Yep. You gotta watch. You're just a watcher. Right? You gotta look. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, I'm very observant. That was so funny to me. And I was so... 14-4.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell of a season.
Fuck the Pirates.
Hell of a season, big dog.
Good one. Okay, good on you. Said I was gonna go through and see how much, if you would have just bet each game individually, how much money we would have made you. Don't worry, we would have made you a lot. I don't know what it is. I mean, if you think of it, each one's probably minus 110 if you're taking it against the spread. So we're making you 90 on every 100. So 14 times 90, you're making $900.
$15,000.
$1,260, and you probably lost 400 on the other bets. So if you tailed our bets, you made $860 all season. $900. Almost made you Banda. If you just bet each one at $100 a clip.
And that's just doing that.
Yeah, our strategy is to try and get you. We want to be undefeated, obviously, but we want to get so many winners in a row that when you're taking $10 and doubling it all the way to 10 grand.
That's how I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll it over.
What was our biggest streak for the season?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4,
No.
5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We started off 6-1, and then in the middle of the season went 1-2, and then ripped 7 straight off in a row before Dallas covered against Tampa Bay. What game was that? Do we have last week's game up there?
Yeah. It's right. It's to the left. So it curls down. on the third row.
That's where I'm at.
You like how I did that.
Yeah. So we didn't win 7 in a row because after Baltimore versus New York,
it's okay.
we lost to Tampa Bay and Dallas. So we won 6 in a row was our most to start the season. We started off 0-1 and then ripped 6 straight off.
Oh yeah, damn. That kind of fucked me too. Damn. Fuck.
Yeah, because you have it left to right on all the first 3 out of 4 rows.
And then 4 runs into third.
Yeah, and then 4 goes left to right or right to left, except in the middle is also our record. Great. Can't wait to take a picture of this one and try to figure it out next year. If only the week numbers were on there. Crazy. After week 5, we just got so lazy with it. Good Lord.
Remember I said I want to make the squares big enough so we could like write notes per week. Half of it's almost erased.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's for sure about the boys is we bet a lot of 1 o'clock games.
Yeah.
We bet a lot of the early games. I mean, obviously they play the most games at 1 o'clock on Sundays, so it's obviously
We played
it's late. But
we bet our first Monday night game.
yeah, we only bet one Monday night game in 2 seasons. Covered.
14-4 is crazy.
Yeah, good run. Good. Well, we were last year in the regular season.
9 something.
I was
9
pull the
and
picture up on your Instagram, but it's just dead air. I think we were 9-7, 9-8, something like that.
yeah.
But we're going into the playoffs. Last year, playoffs, we went 0-3 in the playoffs and also lost the Super Bowl.
I was telling you, I was like,
The Niners were a 7-point favorite in the Super
damn.
Bowl. No, 2.5.
I was telling you, like, I really think, because I remember last playoffs being, like, tough. Like, every week, I thought, okay, week 1, I'm just not seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll see it week 2. Week 2, I'm like, this is even tougher. Week 3, even tougher. And then at final, it's like, fuck, I have no idea. So I remember how tough it was. And that's why I kind of want to just give a little emphasis on like 14-4 regular season, dude. We're about that. We're reg boys.
I mean, that would get us second seed in the playoffs.
Oh, we were in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's second seed in the playoffs, both divisions.
Fuck it. People are scared of us.
and let's take a look at the teams we lost to this year. We lost to the Pats. We lost to the Cardinals. We lost to the Jaguars, and we lost to Dallas. So we took some teams that we thought were easy to beat, and we underestimated them.
You know that the Bengals losing week 1 was the reason they didn't get into the playoffs.
Good.
How crazy is that?
Glad they didn't make the playoffs. Also, one of my favorite videos on the internet is when Shannon Sharp says, "Can you remember the last time a Triple Crown winner, and then since we started keeping the stats, didn't make the playoffs?" And Dan Orlovsky's like, "Your brother." He's like, "I couldn't eat." Wait, no, and he just starts stuttering all over his words. That was funny. Hell of a season, 14-4. Playoffs are daunting. But I think we're in a good spot right now with the mentality that we have going in. Because what we did last year.
I'm seeing it well. I got my eye on some things. This year's not hitting me like last year. Last year I was like week 1. I was like, okay, good teams. You'd think you could tell good teams. It's a little bit. It's when a good team's going against a shitty team. It's like they're still pro athletes.
Yep.
So something shitty's probably going to happen, and fuck this whole thing up. When good teams go against good teams, I should be able to see that well. Really can't. This year can see a little bit.
Well, one thing we did a lot
I'm
last year,
seeing
what we did for 4 straight games, 3 playoff games, and 1 Super Bowl, is we took the favorite in all 4. Not thinking, hey, these are fucking playoffs. They're going to be close games no matter what. I think the only game that was a real blowout last year was the Browns-Texans.
Your
first
piece
game.
twisted.
Pause. Straight pause, dog.
We're
Just
twisting
staring
your
at my
pee.
P4, dog. So with that in mind, I mean, we looked at the card this week, and there were some really big spreads for playoff games. And one in particular stands out because, I mean, these are 2 teams that have been battling it out forever in seemingly close football games for as long as I can remember. 3. And I knew it was coming, too. And I know they're all coming, to be honest. But I think, I mean, the Steelers, they lost 4 in a row, 10 this season, but they're just not, I mean, they're not, I'm going to fucking go out here and lay down and just fucking accept. Like, they're going to battle. They're going to, 8.5 points in a postseason game in it between
like
2
that.
AFC North opponents is, I might bet $500 on the Steelers this weekend.
I like it. I wasn't seeing it, but I'm seeing it well. I knew 8.5 was like I couldn't take the Ravens, but I didn't even consider really just taking the Steelers if I don't like the Ravens on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're like, oh, that's too much to cover, all right, well, then the other team's probably going to cover it.
Yeah.
8.5 is crazy. Because even if like it's a game-winning touchdown, that's only 6 points.
I'm fucking with the Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah, the Steelers is,
There's
I
no
mean, I
way
saw that, and I mean, we got them already once this season. We took them getting points, and they covered against an AFC North opponent. Again, against an AFC North opponent. They got a chip on their shoulder because they should have won the division. They fizzled apart. They got some guys who were injured that are healthy. They played fucking 3 games in 10 days. Out of the last 4 games they lost, they played 3 games in 10 days. 1 against the Browns, 1 against the Ravens, 1 against the Chiefs. Or no, not the Browns because they didn't lose that game. 1 against the Bengals, maybe? Whoever it was. The Bills, maybe. I don't fucking remember who it was. I'm about to name 32 straight NFL teams, and I still won't remember who the fuck it was. Eagles. It was the Eagles because they said they could have played it in Breezewood. They played the Eagles, they played the Chiefs, and they played the Ravens in 10 days. Like, you're going to be tired. You're going to be worn out. I think a lot of people are underestimating the Steelers coming into this. I think they might win the game, if you want me to be completely honest, because I have a conspiracy that the NFL doesn't want Lamar Jackson to win the MVP, and they want Josh Allen to win it. So if he's out the first round of the playoffs, but the Bills handle the Broncos pretty easily, it's easier to give Josh Allen the MVP. Not only does the conspiracy for the NFL to win the MVP, but DraftKings doesn't want me to win my fucking future that I put in on Lamar to win the MVP back in October. So I have a conspiracy.
It's
But I
just
also
all based
think-
around they don't want you to win.
They don't want me to win $300 on a fucking Lamar future. I got the TJ Watt one in the bag. He's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year for the first time ever.
I'd love to see a pin board of that. This is why they don't want me to win $300.
JJ Watt, little JJ Watt. But yeah, I think I honestly think the Steelers can win this game. And this, you should take it from me. I'm a Colts fan. We beat the Steelers' ass. Dude.
See, I don't know if people know that I don't bet because I'm bad at it. And I shouldn't say I'm bad at it. I'm good. I fall into the world of like this guy getting a touchdown, and then I'm fighting back the next game. Like I didn't care any about the 4:00 games, but I lost my 1:00, so now I'm betting the 4:00.
Yeah, they didn't even look good until you were down 200.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I am. So I just can't do it for now, but maybe later. I mean, after a 14-4 season, it could be next year.
Could be.
But I think it helps me see it a lot better.
So we're going with something we never did in the playoffs last year. We're taking a dog. They're getting 8.5. I think it's a crazy number to lay. I think the Ravens are good. They're my FSP to win the Super Bowl, including Ohio State to win
I
the
have the
national
Lions.
championship. Lions are looking way better to even make the Super Bowl right now. Now that we know the playoffs teams, who do you think's in the Super Bowl?
Lions, Chiefs. I think so.
I think the Super Bowl everyone wants to see is the Lions and the Bills, because I don't think they care who wins if those teams are in it.
And the Bills and the Chiefs got to run into each other, right?
To make it to the Super
That's
Bowl.
going to be the game of the year.
Yeah, that would be the divisional game because the Chiefs are 1 and the Bills are 2, so they wouldn't play each other until the game before the Super Bowl.
Who's the Eagles got to beat? The Lions.
The Eagles would have to play the Lions. Yeah, but the Vikings are the 2 seed. The Vikings are like 14-3.
I know we're going to play the Vikings next. So who do the Lions run into after that?
You don't play the Vikings next.
Yeah, because they're going to run into somebody else, and then
Vikings
after
play the Rams right now.
so they're going to win
Yeah.
that.
The Eagles are playing the Packers, and the Buccaneers are playing the Commanders. And then if the Buccaneers beat the Commanders, I believe they're the 7 seed, so you would play them automatically. Or the Rams. The 1 seed would never play the 2 seed until the divisional game.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because Dan Campbell said,
The Eagles would most likely play the Vikings before, and then the Eagles will advance, the Vikings will advance. They'll play each other, and then the Commanders or either the Commanders or the Buccaneers will play the Lions. But you guys, if you play the Commanders, I believe was Dan Campbell was either Dallas's defensive coordinator or the Lions defensive coordinator, and now he's the head coach of the Commanders. So if he was the Lions defensive coordinator and then comes
Dan
back,
Campbell's the Lions head coach.
or whoever the fucking guy is in Washington, I don't know his name.
I don't know it either. But he said after the Lions game, when the head coaches talked, shook his hand. He's like, "I'll see you in 2 weeks." And then I kind of looked at the bracket, and I thought that.
Now I did hear there's some way that they might restructure the seed after the first round, but I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that. I have no idea. I don't know how it works. I guess I could Google it.
I kind of
Jamie,
don't.
pull that up.
Jay. Also, if you've made it this far and you forgot, if you just put a period in the comments or just fucking hit buttons, if you leave any comment, you have the chance to win a free rice maker. But you got to send me a box. So you got to mail me a box. And then inside the box is postage. I don't know how much this shit weighs, so put a bunch of postage on it. And then I'll tape it all up and then slap a sticker on it, and then you get a free rice maker. Or Beal deliver it.
Yeah. Well, no. You're the mailman, not me. Yeah, it's the same. They're not restructuring any of the seating or anything. So, yeah, the Lions and the Vikings wouldn't play until the game before the Super Bowl the same way
The very end.
Bills and the Chiefs would, because they're 1 and 2.
Maybe you said few weeks, not 2 weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks probably.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'll break it down. So I think it's going to be on the AFC side. I think you get a Bills. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. I think you get a Bills-Steelers AFC championship game. On the other side, I think you get the Lions-Eagles. And then you're just going to get a Lions-Bills Super Bowl. I think the Ravens are going to get knocked out of this weekend, and I'm going to lose 2 FSP points.
I mean,
And you got a first-round bye right into the top 8, so you're guaranteed at least top 8 points.
needed it with you having Ohio State catching an early lead this year.
Yeah, I'm going to catch a big lead, too,
Yeah.
because they're top 3 guaranteed. What's the score right now?
But the Ravens could lose this week.
That's what I'm saying. I could lose 2 points. If my prediction's true that the Steelers play the Bills, that means the Ravens are out this week and I start at -2 FSPs like I did last year.
But if Ohio State wins it all and the Lions win it all, then we push on that.
Yeah, I'd still be behind you by 2 if the Lions win it all.
And I didn't even take a college team.
Yeah, Ohio State's being
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Ohio State's beating Texas right now 14-7. So we're guaranteed I'm guaranteed top 3. So I'm guaranteed 8, 9, or 10 points.
Ton of ball.
So much ball.
There's so much ball to
And if the Ravens win tomorrow, I'm guaranteed another top 8 spot.
God, I want the Ravens to lose tomorrow. So
You really need the Steelers to cover and schmozzy.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, hit him with that. How long has this been going on? This whole podcast.
But also 153.
I knew it was coming close to 2 hours, Rand.
Yeah, sorry, Rand. I know you love these big episodes.
So much to cover and schmother. Now you just got no audio. We ran into this problem before, remember? I had to play the...
There we go.
Sniff.
So, thank y'all. Love y'all. appreciate y'all. Next week I got something tuned up that we have to be in cahoots about. So
Big
next
cahooters.
but it's gonna involve a lot of reading, so we might have to rehearse a little bit.
I'm as smooth as a pickle, buddy.
So check out, get ready for next week. Next Saturday, you're gonna have the best Saturday of your life.
LT Cooter.
Hit me up on Instagram or check me out on Instagram. Don't hit me up. Wait, no, you can hit me up if you say like,
Send him reels. The dude loves reels.
yeah, send reels. Just send crazy shit. That's on Instagram at tsteel_100. And I also got control of Locker Room Talk _1. Keep forgetting.
So many posts on there. I haven't made a post since April of last year.
Okay, so we're gonna work on that as New Year's resolution.
New Year's res. And Snapchat. Yeah, Gino.
Don't worry about Snapchat.
You can catch me on all socials at BMH1120. All business inquiries, you're going to find us lockerroomtalkbusiness@gmail.com. On YouTube, we're at Gorilla Rhino Radio. On Spotify, we're at Locker Room Talk. A little harder to find us on Spotify, but once you find us, you'll fucking know.
Well, on Spotify, I would say you gotta look for the Gorilla Rhino.
Yeah. On
And
YouTube,
then
you just
on
at Gorilla Rhino Radio.
You gotta look up on YouTube Gorilla Rhino Radio.
Yeah. Well, if you put the at symbol,
And then-
we come right up, yeah.
We're secretive on YouTube, kinda.
So secretive. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, we fucking love you.
You know what I forgot to say? I found $28 in my gym bag before the 10 mile when I was cleaning it out. And I was like, oh shit. So then I went to the bar Sunday after the run. And I had a 20, a 20, and a 10. And then ones. And I get to the bar, I get one beer. I'm looking at my money situation because I never laid nothing out. I'm like, where the fuck's the 10 at? Lost the 10.
Damn.
How do you even lose? It was in mid-stack.
Didn't you pay for my
No.
guest pass?
Did I throw a tenner in
I
there?
think you might have threw a 10 in for the guest pass.
No. I didn't. Not your Potter's app.
After hours.
After behind the scenes.
Yeah, BTS.
I didn't because before I went to the bar I said 20, 20, 10. I got drinking money. And I knew it was a ton of ones
Oh,
at the
before you
end.
went to the bar, you had
Yeah.
to
Walked 3 blocks, lost 10.
pay. Did you buy cigarettes before?
No, no, it's just how did I lose
It's on Scooby.
$28?
Not your Potters, but that's on Scooby. Scooby, right? Get us out.
Love y'all.